Whether you are planning a road trip or just a staycation right here at home, you want to make sure that your car is in tip-top shape for the summertime fun. So lucky for us, Richmond Blackwell is back on the show. He has Blackwell Automotive over at the Eastgate Loop. And not only, Richmond, are you going to help us with our cars, you're doing a giveaway to boot. So good to see you.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here.
I bet a lot of people heard me and said, yeah, right, I wish I could take a road trip, but gas prices are so high, forget that. That's where your giveaway comes into play.
We're offering for our customers, we're at the end of the week, every Friday, we're doing a drawing for a $100 gas card, which may get you a half a tank these days, but at least it may help a little bit.
Depending on the kind of car you have, that's true.
Yeah.
So, I mean, more than ever, between the gas prices and everything costing more, and then the supply chain issues that you hear about, especially in the automotive industry, maintaining your car is really going to be a key part of your success. So help us know the things to watch for in the summertime heat.
The main thing is get your batteries checked, because if it's borderline, then the heat can definitely end the life of the battery. And just making sure that everything's running efficient, make sure your tire pressure is where it needs to be. Just have a general check over before you leave town.
Okay, when you say make sure your battery is up to snuff, is there, if they come to you at Blackwell, are they going to have the battery tested? Will you do some kind of diagnostic on it to make sure?
Yeah, we can, and just make sure that it's where it needs to be, and then we can tell if it's low or tell if it's about to go out. And a lot of the newer cars too, though, you can test it one day and then a week later it could be dead, just because of how much the technology draws on the battery even when it's not running.
When we see these like seesaw weather patterns where we'll be in the cool temperate 80s or even high 70s, and then up we get into the 90s and higher, does that make a different kind of toll on the battery?
Not as much the change, but just the extremes. Extreme cold and extreme heat can play havoc on it.
You mentioned tires. I think a lot about the tire pressure going down in the colder months, but it affects it in the hotter months too?
It can, yeah. And so if you haven't had your tire pressure adjusted since it was cold, you may want to get it checked just to make sure, because the warmer the weather, the higher the pressure, the colder the weather, the lower the pressure. So if you had them topped off when it was cooler, they could be a little bit overinflated right now.
Talk about what the experience is like when people come to Blackwell, because I think most people try to avoid going to the dentist when they can, and going to see the mechanic is not usually top on the list, but you treat people in the lap of luxury when they are there.
Yeah, we try to.
It feels like home.
Well, thank you. We try to make it more about the customer than we do about the car. So we've tried to make the waiting rooms as nice as we can.
Don't you have, like, I mean, you've got this very nice seating area in there with the TV and everything, obviously, but don't you have snacks and cookies and drinks and?
We do, yeah. We've got 2 waiting rooms. We've got a refrigerator in each one with free drinks. We've got free Little Debbie's. We've got a fully stocked coffee bar. We've got a hot water tap, and then we've got oatmeal and hot chocolate. And just try to think of anything that if you come in for a 30-minute quick inspection or oil change or something, and then something happens or find out that it needs more work, we want the customer to be comfortable if they're staying with us for a while. Okay,
I had asked you too, because I would imagine the air conditioner, we're all going to have it cranked, will also make your battery drain a little bit. Is that right?
Not so much, as long as it's running as long as it's running efficiently. But too, if your air's not working, or it seems like it's not working to where it should, you may need to get it checked out. It could be a little low of Freon. Sometimes if you're low on engine coolant, also the air conditioner won't work as efficient. So you could have something else going on with the car too that's not related to it.
Okay, so whether you come in yourself or you send your teenager down to you to get their car checked, while they're there in your very comfortable seating area, they can enter to win this $100 drawing?
They can, And it's open to anybody, not just customers. So,
Okay.
you know, if somebody's in the area and want to just come in and fill out a slip and enter it for a drawing, we're going to be doing it for the next 8 weeks.
Okay.
So, and hopefully by the end of summer, maybe gas prices will come down a little bit.
We would like that, wouldn't we?
Yes.
Talk to me too, before I let you run, about kind of what it's like from that customer experience for people like me, and I don't know anything about a car. So if I brought my car to you and there was an issue, do you walk people back there to let them see the problem belt or whatever it is that's needing to be replaced? Do you let them put eyes on it?
We do, and also, you know, in our industry, which it's gotten better, but used to, there was a big trust factor. And so if you come in, don't know anything about cars, we'll explain it, and we'll take you out there. And then also we have people that have an automotive expert, you know, in the family that may live out of town or something.
Right.
And so we don't mind too talking to that person and explaining to them what we found, and then they can be kind of the go-between and then advise the customer that's in there, yeah, this is something that needs to be done, or it kind of explain it to them too. So
I say it every time, and I'll date myself when I do it, but it's like stepping into Mayberry when you come over to Blackwell Automotive.
Yeah, we've got some like an old Coke machine, and we've got some art hanging on the wall. We just try to make it a different experience.
Yeah.
So just so that you have things to do when you're there. We've got local books with local authors. We've got computers with the internet, workstations, charging ports, just anything, and we're open to suggestions. If you're there and you think of something we need to do, then we'll do it. So.
Okay, so if you want to just pop over and pay them a visit, or perhaps you do need that maintenance done on your car before you hit the road for some summertime fun, make sure you enter that drawing for the next 8 weeks on Friday. They'll draw a name, and that lucky person will win a $100 gas card. Is that
Yes,
right?
that's right.
Richmond, great to see you always. You'll find him on the Eastgate Loop or online at blackwellautoinc.com. We're back after this.